pense que c'est bon là.
はい、回りました。
はい。
Then we can. Okay, where's the last question again then?
Okay.
So what goes through your mind when you look at the moon?
Yeah. So one of the most fascinating questions that humankind has been asking itself is whether we are alone in the universe and whether there are life in other places in the universe. So we still don't know, but we are living in fascinating time because when I was a student, we did not know whether there were other planets in the universe. And some scientists were thinking that maybe our solar system was unique. Now we know it's not the case. We know that there are many, many planets actually in the galaxy, more planets than stars, and we know that there are about 100 billion of stars, which makes many, many planets. So we still don't know whether there is life, but there are active research. For example, people now are trying to look at the atmosphere of those planets that we detected to see whether we could find a trace in the chemical composition of this atmosphere of the possible biological activities. For example, on Earth, dioxygens is a consequence of the photosynthetic activity of plants. So that's the kind of research that people are trying to do, and this is really a fascinating topic because I cannot imagine a scientific question more important than are we alone in the universe and are there other form of life? So I hope that I will know this answer before I retire or die. Yeah.
So just one more question here she wants to ask you. じゃあ最後の質問いきますね。もっと面白い、研究の中でもっと面白いことについて。So, we'd just like to know, in the course of your research into star formation, what is the most interesting thing that you've learned, discovered so far? What was most exciting example?
Okay, that's not an easy question. I've been, maybe I can give a few examples of my personal research that I would consider the most important of my work. So, as I mentioned at some stage, I did a lot of work to try to understand the distribution of the stars, of the mass of the stars. So for this, I build theories using direct calculations, pen and paper calculation, and also simulations. So I got very excited about this. And recently, for example, we proposed a new theory to explain the peak of this distribution. So why most stars have a mass which is roughly 1/3 of the solar mass. I also got very excited about the theory of how disk form. We proposed something, our theory which is based on the magnetic field, which sort of break these rotating matters. We call this effect magnetic braking. And so this could also have consequence to understand how planets form. So I also got very excited by this formation of disks.
一回止めます。
はい。
はい。
じゃあ今度コンピューターの説明なんでちょっとセッティング変えます。
はい、一回カット。
先生、向こうの。
Then we just want to look at your simulation and then you can talk through that.